President William Ruto was Minister for Agriculture during the Kibaki time. During Uhuru 1, that is the first 2-3 years, 2013 to 2016, Felix Kosgey, the head of public service, was the Minister for Agriculture. So when Mithika Linturi was appointed Minister of Agriculture, the President and Felix Kosgey were running the ministry. Mithika Linturi was just a flower girl in the ministry. And I can tell you, they wanted to fix him about fertilizer. All fertilizer is procured at State House. Yeah? The President determines to buy from who, at how much. It is the President who does that with Felix Kosgey. So when they were trying to fix Linturi, when they brought bad fertilizer, and I'll give you evidence, the one that you want, because I think this is important. A company called Maisha Minerals and Fertilizers Limited. This is Defki, who is a partner of the President. He is also into fertilizer, and he is the one who imported bad fertilizer. Okay. So when the report came from KEBS, saying this fertilizer is bad, President William Ruto ordered Linturi to allow the fertilizers to come in and forget about it. Then they wanted to arrest Linturi and take him to court for this fertilizer this year. And I told the President, you cannot do that. You know, Mithika Linturi is innocent. It is yourself and Felix Kosgey who are buying fertilizer in State House. In fact, as we speak today, I want to tell the Kenyan farmers, today there is no fertilizer and the long rains are here. Because fertilizer has not been prepared. Because it's the President himself who does it. He decides from who at what price. And this has taken time. Okay?
All right, all right.
And so, again, finally, the Russian government gave us 40,000 metric tons of fertilizer.
The donation.
Donation. It was given to this man called Maisha Minerals by the President. And another 30,000 metric tons from Nigeria given to the same man. They blended and sold it to government. A donation from Russia, a donation from Nigeria was processed and sold to the Kenya government at the same price that we were buying fertilizer from. And I would like you, now that I've told you, go and ask the Ministry of Agriculture, the fertilizer that came from Russia as a donation, which farmers were given free of charge? The ones that came from Nigeria, which farmers were given free of charge? The President gave it to Maisha Minerals, Defki, his friend, blended, packed, and sold to the Kenya government. They pocketed billions of shillings. That is why we are saying, what Muturi was saying, it is true. You know, the President would speak in cabinet. Mimi, sitaki ufisadi katika serikali yangu. Na mimi, I'll be merciless to anybody who is caught up in corruption. You know, people will just look at him because all the procurement in this government is done by William Ruto. In fact, in cabinet, behind the scenes, because nobody could speak openly except me and maybe Muturi, the President in cabinet, behind him, is known as the principal procurement officer of the Kenya government. All decisions are made in State House, in fact, even in affordable housing. All the contractors are decided in State House. In fact, let me tell you, these markets you are seeing.
As you finally.
Let me tell you, these markets you are seeing.
Okay.
They are being built with money from the housing levy because we are not able to absorb money for the housing levy. And that is illegal, of course, because the money was collected for housing, but it's doing the markets. Why the President cannot agree to give this function to the counties? You know, markets are a devolved function. It's because of the procurement aspect. He is the one procuring the people who build these markets. And then when he finishes building, he gives them to the counties. I want to challenge President William Ruto. If you are not involved in corruption, President, make a decision tomorrow. This money for markets, transfer it to the counties. Let them procure, let them supervise, let them open the markets. You have no business, Mr. President.
All right.
Like now when he was in Central Kenya opening markets, he's not interested in the end product.
Okay,
His interest in this market business is the procurement aspect. And that is why, despite the fact that markets are a devolved function, the president cannot let go, because he is micromanaging the procurement of markets for his own gain. He is the one who negotiates with the contractors. In fact, why the president has no time to fix this country. He spends most of his...
Because you seem to corroborate with what the former CS Justin Muturi said in an interview last week Friday, if I'm not wrong, where he said the president is irredeemably corrupt and is unfit to lead this nation. So from where you see it, how much has Kenya lost due to these dealings by the head of state?
Well, Kenya has lost 38 billion shillings to Italians on Arol, Kimorel, and Itare Dam. President William Ruto says Muturi is incompetent. That is a lie. Muturi was a very competent Attorney General. He's a patriot. He is a hero to this country. President William Ruto had serious problems with Justin Muturi because he would never agree to give a nod to corrupt deals. Justin Muturi was ordered by President William Ruto to sanitize Arol and Kimorel, and he refused. And the president said the case between us and the Italians, we had a very weak case. And he told the president, no, we have a very strong case because these people never delivered anything, but they were paid 38 billion shillings. So we have a strong case. He said, no. The criminal charges against those people were withdrawn by Nurdin Haja's DPP. And the president picked a team without Muturi to go to Italy, headed by his private lawyer Adil as chairman, Nurdin Haji and Kennedy Ogeto, to go and sanitize Arol and Kimorel. And that happened. And Muturi was not involved, and the president was very bitter with Muturi. In fact, I heard him saying Muturi is incompetent. One day, I heard something. We were in a place called Kanyambora on the 7th of August 2024. That is just after he had removed him as AG and appointed him as Minister for Public Service. So I heard him telling the Muslims that he had a very incompetent AG. You know, he has double speak. This is what he told the people of Kanyambora. William Ruto says different things depending on who he is talking to. When he wanted to please the Muslims of their issues, he says Muturi is incompetent. But when he was in Embu in Kanyambora, to please the people of Embu, he says something different. He says, asanteni sana watu wa Kanyambora kwa kunipatia huyu Justin Muturi. Amenisukumia sana mambo ya sheria. Sasa nimempatia kazi ya kunisimamia wafanyikazi wote nchini Kenya. He was saying how competent he is. One day, President called me and he was in a rage. Actually abusive. Wewe Rigiji, huyu mjinga mbere huyu naitwa Justin Muturi ni mjinga sana. Can you look for him? Umwambie I am his appointing authority, mimi ndio rais. I have called him, I have given him instructions to sign some documents, and he's saying he cannot sign. You tell him, kama utamuongelesha Kiembu, umuongelesha Kiembu kama ndio atasikia, ya kwamba if he does not execute those documents, I want his letter of resignation akifika Nairobi.
This is while he was AG.
Yeah. I said, Mr. President, calm down. What is the problem? I said, hiyo mtu ni mjinga, mlevi, very incompetent fellow. Hii mtu uliletea, ulitoa hii mtu wapi? He was very quarrelsome. He was almost abusing me. So I said, okay, Mr. President, let me talk to him. I called Justin Muturi, and the number was roaming. Yeah, AG, hey, where are you? He said, no, I'm in Dubai on transit. I'm coming from somewhere. I'm on the way back to Nairobi. I said, the president has called me and he's very bitter that you are disobeying him and there are things he has asked you to do and you are not doing. Why are you disobeying the president, Mr. AG? He says, no, president has asked me to sign them documents in the lobby of an international airport. Documents I have not seen. Documents I have not verified. Documents I have not authenticated. I mean, DP, how do I sign things that I don't know? And it's about $1 billion US, and these are things that I don't know. And these people, DP, I'm very unhappy. They called staff from my office. President is telling me, your people have worked on it, just sign. And nobody told me that they have called people from my office. I cannot sign. The president says you resign when you come. He said, no problem, I'll resign, but I'll not sign.